the world is very superficial in many ways. It's like about appearances, how you look. And so if you're someone that doesn't fit that or live up to that, oftentimes people will just judge you right off the bat. Hi, I'm Raji Narayan Singh, transgender activist, actress, spiritualist, author, show host, reality TV personality, and outreach advocate for Trans Social. I've been featured on about 38 TV shows worldwide. I've kind of become the poster child in a way for black market injections, and I embrace it. It was very prevalent back in those days where trans women would go to get black market injections. I had the horrible reaction in my face, and I say it's hard enough being a multiracial transgender woman of color. Try being a multiracial transgender woman of color with a disfigured face. And then my story goes viral, and I end up like on all these shows worldwide, and I was like, look at the irony in that. My thing was, if I can use my story to turn around and do good with it by educating people about the risks or the dangers of black market procedures, then that's like fabulous. That's wonderful. But also, I do like to share the different aspects of my life. So I wrote a book called Beyond Face Value, A Journey to True Beauty. I would say my primary goal with the book was to share my journey from beginning up until, the point of like getting the black market injections and afterwards with anyone that was interested in reading it. A lot of time in mainstream media, you will get like maybe one LGBTQ story here and there, but like, there's like so much going on in our community worldwide. So Queer News Tonight is the news for the LGBTQ plus community. I'm one of the transgender representatives on the network. And so I do it because I know that we trans people also need a seat at the table, if you will. What I've seen in recent years is that the transgender community, we're getting the visibility and our stories are being shown in an authentic way. And that is so powerful because if the person doesn't agree with it, doesn't understand it, at least they've been exposed to it.
I think I'm ready for my close-up.
I've been an activist for 25 years. Now when I hear about LGBTQ support groups, I'm thinking, my God, we had nothing like that in my day. In my early 20s, I started to live androgynously, and today they call it gender non-conforming or non-binary. I was doing that like in the early 90s. Even when I tried to fit in, tried to be the quote-unquote male that I was born, people saw right through it. And, being trans isn't just putting on a dress or putting on makeup or getting your nails done. It's an essence because it starts within and then it comes out. People see it. Society sees it. And, they acted out against me. I was brutally beaten 3 times in my life. I think I lost a little faith in humanity that day. And the amazing thing about life is that you go through some hard times, but oftentimes that's the thing that is the catalyst to take you to your greatness. This was the moment that I decided to go full force with my activism. And so I currently am an outreach advocate for Trans Social. We help everyone, but our focus is the transgender community and non-binary community. I would say, like, out of all the jobs I've had in my life, I think Trans Social has just been like the most fulfilling. I know I stand on the shoulders of the ones that came before me. I know that. With the LGBTQ youth, I think one day they'll hopefully be able to say that they stand on my shoulders. I, as an older trans woman, I was rejoicing so much a few years back to see the progress, that had been made with the transgender civil rights movement, to now feel like we're taking steps back. And it's really disheartening. But it's a life's work. And I might not live to see the day that we get true equity and equality. But at least I know I can be a part of that, that fight, that good fight, that journey.